Alrighty, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the next episode of the Minecraft PS Vita Let's Play. Last episode, we built our little sheep, little sheep cells, little sheep shearing prison. And off camera, I've kind of just been shearing. A creeper blew me up here, and now I'm level 7. It's all patched up. You can't even tell a creeper blew me up here. But yes, I did get blown up here. Off camera right now, I just kind of mined and flattened this out because this episode, I want to work on the kind of gravel pathway with, the amount of gravel that I have right now. I may go mine some in the mines. We'll see how much. We don't have that much gravel, but since the pathway is going to be 3 wide, super awkward. The sugarcane farm is only 2. Yeah, massive oversight, but that was kind of our first build, so whatever. And I want to build the zombie around the actual zombie farm, because I think we have enough wool now. I definitely think we have enough wool, so I should actually just grab this and combine it here. There we go. Kind of just waiting for this tree, because I kind of want all the saplings here. Also off camera, I mined an obscene amount of oak wood in preparation for the next layer of our the Pim tree. But before I do that, I'd like to finish the nether room, so we may be doing that next episode, the nether room. That's probably what we're going to be doing. But this episode is mainly going to be about getting the gravel pathway and getting the zombie head set up. Kind of just throwing some stuff in here right now. I don't need that. This is kind of like my random, I'm currently working with stuff chest. So that's kind of cool. I want to get rid of these leaves. Leaves go in here. Alright. Got dark oak wood. We're definitely going to need some more shovels. And we're going to need all the gravel that I have, which isn't even that much. Kind of depressing, but, you know, whatever. Alright. Definitely going to need some more shovels. So, probably we'll just make 2 more shovels here. And yeah, because this is... The awkward thing is that this is 4 wide. So it's kind of like a little awkward. Because I want the pathway to be 3 wide. So, yeah, I mean, we're kind of all over the place here. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, the planning here is atrocious. Not going to lie. Because I kind of want to have some grass on the outside. Kind of like this. Just to give, like, you know, that look. And then there's some gravel going through here. And then through here. The pathway continues through here. And goes around. Although there's nothing over here yet. Well, there's the pumpkin patch over here, but you get what I mean. I kind of got to figure out how I want to build the whole pathway over there, because I don't know if we go like diagonal from right here. I don't know if from this point we go up in sort of diagonal here and sort of mine this out a little bit like that, and then kind of just start going diagonal. And I don't know why this hasn't grown yet. Kind of odd. I don't know if this is just like out of the simulation distance. It could be. I don't know how big the simulation distance is on Vita, but could try and bone meal it. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I want to go about doing this. You could also do a tunnel and like pop out right here. There definitely is enough dirt to sort of do a tunnel here if you really wanted to. The problem is that's kind of going to be weird because it's kind of just going to eat into the land a bit. So I'm not too fond of the tunnel idea, honestly. But for right now, and then obviously we want sort of a path that goes along the side right here. Like this. And we'll probably have it go up right here. So we'll probably have it go up and then maybe diagonal from here, which means we need to break down this tree. There we go. So we'll kind of leave that up to the future for now. I mainly just want to get the main path to all our main buildings while those vines like instantly grew. Okay. Very interesting. And I definitely don't think we're going to have enough gravel, which means I'm going to have to go just find gravel patches and mine gravel, which is whatever, honestly. Who cares? Then we go like this. See, when you have those blocks that are lagging and you're kind of waiting for them to get placed, you can kind of see through the floor. That's like the lag wall hacks. The lag wall hacks. And this is where it kind of starts to get weird a bit. Maybe not. Maybe we kind of just extend this out this way by 3 like this. And then we kind of just have this connect to the main path via 4. I think that actually kind of makes the most sense. And then we kind of just have it connect like this. Like that. There we go. Dude, this is like the most saplings I've gotten from a dark oak tree. It's actually quite ridiculous. Alright, get that autosave in. Definitely not going to have enough gravel. I just want enough gravel to get through the sheep farm here. This is also like perfectly 3 wide, minus the hole. But I've already told you the story about the hole. That is also another episode. Of course I get flint. That is also another episode where we need to do a final caving expedition. Simply to kind of finish and wrap up and put a bow on top of that cave. So I kind of, you know, completely cover it up and that, you know, we've fully explored it. Alright, I need to go sleep. Sleepy time. And then obviously I kind of want to put like flowers, grass, trees along the path as well. But obviously that's going to kind of come later because we need to plan out, you know, other builds as well, right? So trying to figure out how I want to do this because this is going to go into 2, right? So I think we want it to go about here. Like this. Like that. And then we kind of have it come in right here. Like that. And then I think we kind of connect it like this. Just to have a little circle. I would say, if I got flint from that, I'm griefing and blowing up the world, dude. It's over. I've had enough. I've snapped officially from getting flint. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then we kind of just have like, you know, we could have a little decoration grass patch here and some decoration grass here. I think that would look pretty good. And we kind of need this to go diagonal a little bit here. So we go like that. 3 wide. We need to mine that. Mine that. Then go 3 wide. My shovel is broke. Big sad. And the problem is that this is only a 2 entrance, so actually it gets kind of awkward here. So we're gonna have to shrink the path a little bit. Or at least have this path open up like this, while sort of simultaneously shrinking a little bit. So I think something like that. And I'm just using just regular gravel. We could use like coarse dirt or like, you know, other stuff for gravel, but I kind of just like the classic, you know, gravel walkway look, honestly. I kind of dig it. So, okay, we have any more saplings from this tree? No. Okay. All right, well, I guess the last thing I need to do, or what I need to do, not the last thing, is to kind of just go get a bunch of gravel. Because we need to make the gravel pathway through here, which is going to be right here. And then obviously there needs to be a pathway. Since we're doing only 2, I don't even know how that's going to work, actually. That is so awkward that I only made that 2 wide. It's actually so weird, man. It makes things not so pretty. NGL. Does not make things very pretty. I'll tell you that. So I think we just get kind of everything. You can see, you know, a little bit of holes here where the creeper decided to end my entire career. I was debating of, like, recording, like, after it happened, but then I was like, whatever. It happened. It is what it is. Accept my fate. Yeah, this is definitely, like, a super awkward hallway. Okay, we need to actually get gravel before we mine through that. Because it's like, we have a 3 wide path, and then it kind of just dies. So, like, super awkward. It just, like, shrinks into a little 2 wide hallway. Like, alright, bro. Alright, bro. Then we go like this. Boom. And then we basically just gotta place gravel through here. And then I wanted gravel through here, since this is kind of like the little maintenance side that we kind of walk through here. And I was debating on we should have gravel through here, and I think we should. I think the answer is yes. Except for here, because that ends there. And then go like that. I'm not going to make the gravel pathway that way yet, because there's nothing that way. And I don't normally enter from here, so I'm not worried there. We do that. We do that. Then we go through here. And then obviously I need to mine. We don't need through there, okay. You frickin' oinkers, dude. Stop eating all my grass. Just kidding. Keep eating all the grass. You're literally never going to escape your little pod. That is your imprisonment. You're a slave to Steve. Alright. Just throw all this dirt in here. I need to make some more shovels. I don't know, we'll make like... Sure, we'll just make a bunch of shovels. Alright, whatever. And I'm gonna go down and try and just mine some gravel patches, and I'll see you guys back at the top. Alrighty, quick sidebar while I was mining out some gravel in the mines. I was just thinking, oh, what if I'm mining out gravel and then I find some diamonds? Well, quite literally 3 seconds later, I find diamonds from mining mining out gravel. So, hey, we take the W, alright? The patch of 6, and we fortuned out 13. Back to mining gravel. I'd say that was a pretty good little haul. Okay, I think I have enough gravel to be able to finish the immediate pathway. Because obviously we're going to have more gravel pathways branching off. But this is simply just for the main areas that I'm currently, of course, going to. I don't necessarily care about the pumpkin farm pathway to that, at least not yet, because we're definitely going to be building something over there, or at least I should say on the backside of the Pim tree. Not exactly sure what that's going to be at this point, but definitely going to be something. But also, I don't really go to the pumpkin patch at all right now. Probably will be in the future, especially once we get it expanded. And I'd like to use like jack-o'-lanterns for lighting, because I think they're good lighting. But in terms of the lighting off our pathway here, I kind of just want to do a daylight sensor with a redstone lamp. I kind of just like that kind of look. You know, it makes it seem like a little bit of, you know, a little bit modern. A little bit modern. We definitely need to explore this cave at some point, so I can actually patch this up. Brother. Okay. And of course I get flint. Of course. Yeah, because we need to do this. And then quickly place some gravel. And then we go like this. Like that. And it pretty much just stops there. Pretty much. Let me go like that. Alright, perfect. And then the interesting thing on this backside is obviously we're going to have, you know, sort of a back pathway through here. But exactly how that's going to look right now, I don't care too much about it. But if we can get sort of the general little extension here, just something like that, just so we know, you know, at some point in the future we're going to be expanding out that direction. And then I want to place some gravel right there. Alright, nice. Still need to make a fish farm, and still need to get lily pads basically placed all the way through the sugarcane farm, because so we can actually just walk over the water and when harvesting instead of having to deal with swimming in the water like an absolute buffoon. Like a literal idiot. And then now we just need to finish this. Like that. There we go. Alright. The problem is, like, I need more glowstone for the path, which is why I'm probably not going to finish decorating the path until later. Until we go to the nether, because we are going to go to the nether to get, like, nether brick and, like, stuff like that, so we can actually work on the nether room. So when I do that, that's when, you know, I'll, do I want it like that? Yeah, I want it like that. Alright. That's when, you know, we'll actually get enough stuff. Like, I may not decorate right here. Like, we may put something right here, for sure. What that exactly is going to be, I honestly don't know. So, who freaking knows? But, yeah, the next 2 episodes are probably going to be another mining episode. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to see that. I mean, maybe I'll do it off camera. I don't know. But, bros, had to eat right before I sheared you, huh? So the terms of the zombie head, like I said, it's pretty much black wool, green wool, lime wool. But I may just make it out of green wool because, I don't know, I feel like a lime wool is just a little too bright for my liking, personally. Like, I just think this is a little too bright. Like, I'm trying to look at the accents on the zombie head that I'm going to be building. And I just don't see it. Like, of course, if we really wanted to go hard on the texturing, we would use, like, terracotta, because that has... Or concrete, I mean, because that has... I think that has a little bit of a different texture. But kind of not really, though. I mean, the only one that has sort of a definite different, sort of darker tone is terracotta. Can you even craft terracotta? I don't even know. I don't think you can. I mean, maybe I'm stupid, but I think that's something you just get in, like, mesa biomes. Like, I don't think that's something you can just craft. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Okay, well, that's interesting, because a zombie head may just be green wool, then. I think we just build the general shape out of green wool. And then if we want to, you know, we could add our textures, add the textures in, right? So, because the interesting thing is the entrance is going to be like the mouth. So I don't know if we make like something funny, like it's the mouth, right? Um, I don't know if we do something like that. Um, let's see here. Are my diamonds in this chest? They are. All right. Another 13 diamonds is a massive W. We take those. So I'm kind of just going to get all the green wool on me right now. So all of our green wool. And we only need like a little bit of black wool, so not that big of a deal. So of course we're going to have the entrance, and it's basically going to be 8 wide. And then obviously needs to go like 8 back, right? So now we could have it like more forward, which may actually give it more depth. That may actually be better. To have it like 1 forward. So we're basically going to have like 3 on each side. So this means we're going to have to go like that. I don't know if we make that like spooky water. I don't know. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. And then we kind of just connect it all. I only care about making the parts solid that need to be solid. Other than that, I honestly don't care how this kind of looks. So, wait, what the inside is like a mouth looks like? I mean, inside of a mouth is like red, right? I don't even have red wool right now. I mean, I could get red dye. Because I kind of want this to be like red, in a way, you know? So we're going to make it 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tall. It has to be a cube, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I need to get the kind of first layer in here before I can actually reach the top. So we go like this. Still gonna take a lot of wool. I think that's like a stack per side. I honestly don't even know if we have enough to build this thing. Okay, we definitely should. Definitely. Definitely should. Because I think... Because we can make like the what is it called? The Luvlia? Oh my gosh. The freaking thing in the back of your throat. I don't remember what it's called. It reminds me of Monster House. But... Because I think it'd be cool to have, like, the entrance to the zombie mouth. I don't know. Do we give him, like, teeth? Like a little buck tooth that you enter? Little buck tooth you enter in? That'd actually be really funny. That'd actually be extremely funny. Okay. So far, just looks like a green cube. But trust, alright? Trust the process. Sometimes, your builds are just gonna look like trash. And they still look like trash when they're finished. But, some of your builds, in your head, they are goated, and then when you build them, they turn out goated. This zombie may turn out like absolute trash, but if it is trash, guess what? We're keeping it, boys. Because I don't care. So the eyes are like 3 up, which is kind of doofus looking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what the heck is this? So it's 3 up. So 1, 2, 3, and then eyeball, eyeball. That. Eyeball, eyeball. Dude, that looks so goofy, bro. Oh my gosh, that looks so goofy. That looks so goofy. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely hilarious. That is goofy, bro. And then his teeth are gonna be like... Oh my gosh, that is absolutely hilarious. That is so funny. Like, if bro's gonna have teeth... No way, bro. Bro, cut the film. Cut. Cut. This is so funny. This is actually just so funny looking. Or like stupid. But hey, we're all here for it, you know? We are all here and on it. Like I said, if I am gonna texture, it's gonna be lime wool. Just because I feel like that's the only other green texture. Like, yeah, I could make some concrete. And maybe I should make some concrete. At least for the face part, you know? At least for the face. Although, there's still a possibility that lightning strikes this, and then my whole zombie head is, you know, RIP, you know? Dude, it looks like a baby zombie. It looks like a baby zombie. It literally looks like a baby zombie. Oh my gosh. Alright, how much white wool do I have? Because I know we're gonna have to get red dye. Like, yeah, I should have a lot. Now it's just a matter of... Yeah, we got, like... Jack nothing. Literally jack nothing, dude. Shoot. Dude, that... It just looks like a baby zombie. I'm thinking about, like, raising the eyeballs up one. I know that's not, like... how a zombie sort of is. But if we're placing some teeth here, I think maybe it'll look a little less doofusy. No, it arguably looks even worse. It arguably looks worse. So we shall stick to the doofus looking, absolute doofus looking stuff here. I think the mouth should be like brown and like red. I think brown and red. Brown because bro's rotten, and red because it's his mouth. Wow, who would have thought? Okay. Alright, I need to find some red flowers. Alright, I got 22 poppies. Probably should be enough, especially because in the mouth we're going to mix just red and brown. I don't know what I'm going to do for the Luvlia. I don't know, man. The thing from Scary Monster House, as I said. That movie was actually scary as a kid, if any of you guys watched that. That movie was absolutely horrifying. Would not recommend watching. Just kidding, I would recommend to watch it. Okay. This doesn't need to be, like, that extensive. It just needs to kind of cover a little bit here. Okay. Alright, I can't... Alright, bro. Alrighty, bro. I do not like that. I like it like that. There we go. And I don't know where my wool went. Freaking thing ate my wool. Stupid. Bro's got a rotten mouth, dude. Absolutely disgusting. Horrendous. Disgusting. I think we should kind of make this some wool, too. I think that would actually look pretty good. So we do like that. Like this. Like that. And then we can go like that. Genuinely don't know what to use for the Luvlia. I do not know. But think we should at least try and texture a little bit. Here. Kind of just going through here and texturing a little bit. So I think it goes like up like that. And then like a little bit across the eyes. And then like that. And then like here. And then we'll go like that. I think like that will look at least a little bit decent. Yeah, I don't even think that looks that bad. Okay. This is like the goofiest thing ever, but, you know, we rock with it. That is so funny. I think at some point we should give him a hat. I think we should give him a hat at some point. And I think later on we should, you know, texture the sides, but I don't really have like a side texture of the zombie right now. Maybe we could actually do a little side texturing. We could. Okay. An egg. Wow, great, fantastic. Let's see here. What can we use for like what what even like hangs? I don't know if there's really much things that hang in the game. You could use like a nether brick fence, but it's not even centered, so maybe we won't include something like that. Yeah, maybe we won't. I don't know. But I don't know what to exactly do. for the texturing off camera. Not too sure. At least for the sides. The top doesn't matter because I do want to give him a hat, but we need a lot more wool at that point. I feel like you just kind of do some random stuff. You know, just kind of some random texturing on the side. You know, I don't know, bro. Maybe bro's got some veins or something, dude. I don't know. I don't know, man. Bro's just a little zombie. I don't know. Bro is just a little zombie. Dude, why does the wool keep going in there? Like, stop. Literally stop. You're annoying me. Oh, brother. Oh my goodness, man. What the heck? Really? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing, bro? Stop swimming and making noise. You're annoying me. Yeah, I think we just add just, you know, just some random, you know, little bit of texturing on the sides, I think. I actually did not want to build up with wool. That is not what I wanted to do. I don't even know where you got this red wool from, bro. We're just, like, finding wool at this point. But I think just something like, you know, just a little bit of texturing will go sort of a long way here. Just so, I don't know, bro's got some green veins, dude. Some green veins. And this autosave's gonna... Okay. Whatever, man. We're probably gonna have to go inside to pick up some of the leftover wool, I think. Kind of annoying. Again, but... whatevs, bro. Okay. I don't know, I just think something like that. You know, just a little bit of texturing on the sides, so... you know, if we're coming from this way, it doesn't look just like a complete green cube. What is going on here? Oh, it's the wool. Bro, what the heck? Alright, to make sure I get all my wool from in here. No wool is going to waste. Whatsoever. And I actually think this needs some more lighting in here. Just to be on the safe side. I actually don't want anything spawning in here. Alright, I actually think that looks good. That looks just really funny. Oh my gosh, dude. That is so bad, yet so good. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, well, with that kind of being said, the Uvlia, we're not centered, so we're kind of just abandoning that entirely. Maybe some extra black wool would make sense on the inside, too. No, I'm not going to put any black wool. Alright. We'll just leave it at that. Next episode, we're probably going to go into the nether and start getting some stuff for the nether room. Getting some more glowstone for our redstone lamps on our pathways. And that's pretty much the plan for next episode. Still going to think about whether we should do in this another mining episode, but we'll see. But with that next episode planned, I will see you guys then.